I have a lot of random crap, and recently I've accumulated quite a bit, and I don't really share or talk about any of it. So here are 10 random things that I have. Every time I go back to California or Ohio, I always try to load up as much as I can and bring back with me so we don't have to pay movers to do it. This is one of those things from our recent trip to California. It's a Sonic Lego Ideas standee acrylic I don't even know what it's called. I just know that most people probably don't have it because most of them were thrown away. It's a store display that I picked up while working at the Lego store, meant to advertise and push and promote the idea set that was new at the time. Hence the terrible, terrible Eggman that comes on it. That's not my only Sonic store display that I have. The other one is a window sticker. A used window sticker. I pulled it out of the trash can. My manager at the time was not stoked about it. It was an ongoing promotion in collaboration with a live-action second Sonic movie. Fun fact about that movie is that it sucks and I couldn't finish it. I tried, I really did. I watched the first one. That was a slog, but the second one, too much. Something I actually recently acquired were these two Lego sets, an AAT from Caleb and a Gundam sub from Caleb. This one because Droid Army, obviously, and this one, well, for another army. I don't own either one of the Gundam subs. This is the one from 2012 without the minifigures, but that's fine. The sub's cool enough. I don't want the Padme figure. It's not one of the coolest Star Wars figure ever made, and I don't regret not getting it at the time or now. Not one bit. But I did want the set on its own for two reasons. One, to have it. I think it looks cool. And two, to build the Gungan army that I don't have. I mean, I only have a handful of figures and some Kadu, the mounts that they ride. I don't know how I have almost as many as the animals as I do the actual Gungans. I don't know why I think I'm never gonna do an army. They're like $8 a figure. Not Lego, but still Star Wars is this Mandalorian grape crate. It was a limited edition box, a crate branded with Mandalorian iconography all over it that had grapes in it. Apparently there was a second one with Yoda, which, awesome. Another grape crate to complete the grape crate collection. I just brought this back from California. What do I do with it? I don't know. I used to keep my underwear in it. Clean, of course. Obviously. New things to me are more Gundam kits. More Gundam kits, things that nobody wants me to talk about, but man, are these fun. This one is an Americanized, American-style Gundam that came out at Target in 2020. I recently learned about it going through all of the exclusive and limited edition ones that they did. How could I not? I have Crocs that match. I couldn't not get this. And this is an actual army builder, like proper army builder. It's made for that. It comes with 4 different robots. I don't know anything about them. Don't ask. I could not tell you, but I recently found it at a comic book store that I went to last week. There they had it for $50-some. On Amazon, it was $16. If you're not into Gundam, and I don't blame you if you aren't, but if you aren't into it and you ever want to give it a try, and it's still on Amazon for $16, there's no reason not to get it. Not only do you have 4 different options to work with, but a whole assortment of different accessories and a little bike. Sure, these are preferences that I might be more catered towards, you know, lots of robots and little things to go along with robots, but I can't, honestly, for $16, to have that much, I don't know why it's on sale, it's so deeply discounted. Link in the description if you want it. I don't know, I guess I'm an Amazon affiliate pusher now. That's a recent development. I don't know if you noticed, but man. How the not-so-mighty have fallen. I care pretty little for gear and equipment. Well, not wholeheartedly true. I enjoy it, but I don't want to take on that learning curve of figuring out new stuff and proper formatting. Cameras are no exception. I use this one because it takes a nice picture, but most of the time I'm fine using my phone. But recently, while in California, I found this tiny little Canon point and shoot that Claire bought and used maybe 1 or 2 times. It's from 2011, so the quality might not be the best, but I'm interested in trying it out. As a matter of fact, I went to go try it out the other day. Our house guest leaves tomorrow, so tonight we're gonna go do the same thing we do every single time he's here. Walk around Disney mindlessly. It's always an experience. The same experience every time. I also want to test out this tiny little Canon camera point and shoot that Claire has from like 2011. It records in 1080p, which is fine enough for me, but I want to see how it does in low light environments, and since it's nighttime, that seems low enough light for the test. I mean, it's also incredibly small. This is ridiculous. Scratch everything I just said. Fun fact about getting passes at Disney, there are different tiers, and different tiers cost different amount of money, but the cheaper ones have more restrictions where you can't go on certain blackout days, such around holidays, and turns out that's one of those days. So not only are we not going, and I can't use that camera like I was wanting to, but also I've not done anything all day, and with the thought that I would record a video right now. To go along with it might be the smallest tripod that I have ever come across. It's a Gobi Gorillapod, which are the ones that are all bendy and loose. They are jack of all trade, master of none, but man, are they helpful and useful, and this one has gone through its paces, and I need to do some cleanup on my repair job. But this tiny little camera fits on it like a glove. It doesn't have whatever attachment that it's supposed to have on top, but man, does it, this is ridiculously cute and stupidly absurd. I'll just have to test this out later and see how well it works. I'm hoping to use it for some B-roll and time-lapsing footage while I'm doing other things. That's my main goal. It records in 1080p. The audio is, well, whatever you're hearing now. So it is in HD, which matters for some reason. And I hope that's enough. I know I need to talk about Lego again, otherwise the few people that are on here will probably riot and leave and not watch another 10 videos. So these are 2 keychains that we brought from California back to here that we got in the UK. Both are exclusive from the UK, and you can only get them at a handful of shops or the Lego store. And they are keychains. They're the same giant scale as the other flashlight, or sorry, torch keychains that are out there, but more interesting because they're kind of barely exclusive. It's not as if you could easily find them online. And we have a ton of more keychains that we brought over, but no one really cares about any of that. Okay, so I was in the middle of recording this. My face might be a little bit flushed, but I just gasped for some air because I went to walk out to find the next thing to share. There's a scorpion. There's a scorpion in the hallway. Oh, God, that's a small one. Aren't the small ones more poisonous? I personally don't have any experience. Oh, man. I am in a hot sweat. Sorry, this might be an overreaction, but I don't have any experience with it. I grew up in Ohio. I spent plenty of time in Florida, some time in California. They're not really scorpions in any of those places. This is the second scorpion that's been found in this house. I talked to a few pest control people across the last year and a half, and both of them said that they have, in their collective of like 40 years of experience between the lot of them, seen scorpions less than 8 times. And there's a second one in my hallway right outside my room. I might be coming off as a coward right now. I am. I know I am. I have dealt with a lot of animals. I've had to kill my fair share of animals. This is outside of my comfort zone. Oh, God, it's just not moving. It's not, neither am I. We're in a bit of a stalemate. Holy crap. I don't want to walk past it. I don't want to turn on a light and let it scamper away because the light might scare it. I don't know. Oh man, I am coming off like such a sopping wet. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I can't keep meandering on this thing. Oh, did it? I can't tell if it moved. It might have. I can't tell if it moved. It might have moved a tiny bit. I can't keep debating on this because if I do, it'll disappear in somewhere in a closet, in the carpet, in the wood. But I don't want to smash it in the carpet. Honestly, I'm gonna be straightforward. I'm already making myself look like a complete and utter coward right now. Last time there was one here, our friend Josh Build Stuff fame, you might have probably not heard of him. It was in the room he was staying in, and he took care of it like a big manly man that he is. And honestly, I wish I had a big manly man here right now. God, why couldn't it have been anything else? Literally, there was a bear outside of my house a year or two ago. I went outside in my underwear to see what it was, and I had less fear about a bear. Listen, I have a little bit of right to have some hesitation with dealing with this thing. Mock me all you want. I would mock me. However, these things have been around for millions and millions and millions and millions of years. There's a reason why they've gone relatively unchanged in all that time. There are very few organisms that have lasted that amount of time, and that's one of them right there. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. You have completely taken over my night. Oh, God. Oh, you mother... Oh. I am uncomfortable right now, and I do not like it, and it is your fault. The small ones are the deadly ones, right? Like the bigger they are, the less venomous or poisonous, whichever one, who gives a shit, the less of that they are. That one's small. That one's relatively small. Why couldn't it have been a spider? I would have preferred a roach. I hate cockroaches. I would have preferred a roach. What do I kill it with? What do I kill it with? I wish I had a gun. Why are they not in my possession? I'd shoot it. I mean, no, I wouldn't. That'd be really stupid and dangerous, but I'm considering it now, and I don't even have one in arm's reach. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. I cannot break eye contact with it, because if I do, it could disappear and I wouldn't be able to find it. But I am quickly running out of time. But I'm also in a situation, all the stuff in here, I'm pretty attached to. I don't want to use something to capture or kill it, because then I would know that thing was used to do it. And my best bet right now is my tripod. I have so many different poisons for bugs downstairs. I have so many utensils that would work wonderfully downstairs. This, I was not prepared. I will not be caught unprepared next time. But right now I have a dilemma to deal with, and it's the fear of the unknown. Who knows what that scorpion's about? All I know is that it could be bad, and I should probably not think about it and just have killed it already. Honestly, I'm being completely 100% straight with you. If I did not have this camera in my hand right now, I would be doing the exact same thing. Sans audience that I know I'm going to edit and record this and upload it to, even without the knowledge that anybody here would ever know about this, I would be having the exact same reaction and I would have to build myself up and hype myself up to do something about this the exact same way. I'd probably even be talking more, and there'd be a lot more cursing. How ridiculous would it be if it's been dead this whole time and I've just been, I don't know how long I've been here. I've been completely derailed. I honestly don't even know what I was going out there for, completely forgot. But wouldn't it be just ridiculous if we're already dead? Man, that'd be so funny. That would be like such a joke. I hope it's dead. Even if it were dead, I'd probably still not want to do anything about it. I still wouldn't want to touch it. I just don't want to smash it into the carpet. I really don't want to have scorpion goop in the carpet. It doesn't have to be a scorpion. A snake. I would have been fine with a snake. I mean, I would have been just as startled with a snake, but I would have been... I'm really starting to eyeball that bottle of lighter fluid right there. That seems like a way out. That seems like a healthy response and a healthy way out. I'm gonna do it. I have a handful of these bars up here from the closet that I didn't finish. It's a lot lighter than what I would want it to be. This is actually super light. Not my first weapon of choice, but I don't really have much of a choice. Okay, all I have to do is just go kill the 200 million year old weapon of death. No biggie. I'm probably definitely overthinking this a lot, but my weapon of death I'm modifying. I have some not great tape that's meant to be used on the walls, so the paint doesn't peel. It does anyways, it's super cheap paint. But I will smash it, and hopefully, if the smashing doesn't work, the tape will stick to it. Or the tape will stick to it, and even if... This is not going to do anything. This was so dumb. The worst part about all of this, actually the worst part about all of this is that there's a scorpion right there. The second worst part about all of this is that I'm recording it and I'm going to be sharing it. These two things are not comparable. I'm fine, actually, honestly. If this weren't here, I'm way less embarrassed about... I can't, it's fine. It's fine. I'm talking to myself now, building myself up to it. Honestly, I think it might be dead. I'm not even saying that to myself to get myself encouraged to do it. Genuinely, the tail, I'm not a scorpion expert, but the tail aren't the tails usually supposed to be up, not down into the side? Why would it have died right there? Why is this, I'm on the second story of the house. Why is there scorpion up on the second story a second time within a 2-year time span? Honestly, I wish it would just move, and then I would have to react. I'd have to, or I would die if I didn't, right? Right? We're like, you get what I'm coming with, right? Oh, whatever. No, it's definitely not dead. Nope. Definitely not dead. Definitely not dead. The tape worked though. The the tape worked. The smashing didn't get it, and it tried to sting the bar a few times. That was definitely not dead. Okay. Gonna go burn this in the house down now. It is not dead in there. It's wiggling around, and when I moved the trash can, its tail started going off again. If you had any respect for me before, at all, like any tiny amount, and you don't now, I completely understand.